Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, July 29th, and this week we're discussing two subjects. The first is something popular that we think should be less popular and should get less attention, and the second subject is something less popular that we think should get more attention. For the first, I'm going to talk about something that I actually like to a certain extent, but gets way too much attention, especially now, and that is movies referred to as star vehicles, the movies that are sold just based on who is in them. You know the kind? Like, Tom Cruise has a new movie out. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good or not. But I keep hearing the name of it. I keep hearing people talk about it, but I have never heard what it's about. All I've heard is that it's Tom Cruise's new movie. And as far as I can tell, it's another in a long line of his Mission Impossible ripoffs. Now, I have been known to buy and watch many movies just because of who's in them. I mean, if you name a movie that has Sean Connery, or Steve Buscemi, or Jeff Bridges, or someone, the odds are that I have that movie, or I've at least seen it. But these days, it's just gotten ridiculous. There's this new movie called The Expendables. I haven't seen this one either, but from what I can tell, it's just a big cluster of every big name they could cram onto the poster. And like Ocean's 11 had a bunch of big names, but it had balance to it. This cast seems to have no balance at all. Again, I haven't seen it, don't know if it's good or not. I don't mean to judge something I haven't seen, but just talking about the way it looks to me, there's a reason I haven't seen it. And they keep making these new movies with wrestlers in them. Hulk Hogan started being in movies back in the 80s. Then some years later, The Rock started being in movies. And then, I guess since that was so successful, WWE studios started making movies just for their wrestlers. And I've seen very few of them. From what I can tell, the only thought put into these movies is whose name they're going to put on the poster. I've seen very few of these, and again, there's a reason. And every time I see a new one of those movies on the shelf, I feel like I want to roll my eyes so far back into my head that I can watch my own brain cells die. That may seem a bit harsh, but that's my personal opinion. And now for something that I think should get more attention than it does, and that is American animated films. Anime films, now in the technology era, have become widespread and accepted. But when you see an American superhero animated movie on a shelf, many people just think of it as another kids' cartoon, when a lot of them really are aimed for adults and much more serious than people give them credit for. Like in the DC animated films, there are some like Wonder Woman and Green Lantern First Flight that are, serious and aimed at older audiences, but are still clean, and younger viewers could still watch those also. And that's fine. But then there are some that I would not show to kids. Specifically, the first ones that come to mind are Batman's Under the Red Hood and The Dark Knight Returns. Some kids could probably watch those, but I would not show them to any of the kids I know. Both of those are very brutal And for the most part, kids just wouldn't understand what it's about. Really, they're more drama than action-driven. In fact, I would really recommend The Dark Knight Returns to just about any anime fan. The animation is great, and the story is great, and it's a really great adaptation of the graphic novel, which is one of my favorites. So, in summary, I think that the masses should not be flocking to the theater to see a movie marketed solely on an actor's name. I think they need to put some more effort into it than that. And I also think people should not be disregarding all animated films as children's films. As the anime community has shown, they can be just as much for the older audiences, but the American films just haven't made that kind of progress yet. And that is something I think should get some attention, and I enjoy having this opportunity to say that. And that's my video. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing everyone else's discussions this week.